Okay, Eagle Nation, it is officially draft day. We made it. A few side notes, like DeVonta Smith saying he wants the Eagles to draft Terrion Arnold. Plus, we hear from Quinyon Mitchell and Terrion Arnold on how their top 30 visit went. That's not all. We talk about the mock draft y'all did. Also, Daniel Jeremiah's surprising pick. And are the Eagles and A.J. Brown working on a contract extension? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast, and we got to jump right into it because it's draft day. So, according to the John Clark interview of Terrion Arnold, who we know came through Philly for a top 30 visit, he told John Clark that DeVonta Smith wants the Eagles to draft him. He says Smitty knows he's the best corner in the NFL. Listen to the interview.
How was your visit with the Eagles?
It was great, man. The visit went really, really well.
What did you come away with after meeting Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman, and everybody?
Great guys, great organization, and my boy DeVonta Smith pulled up on me there.
Yeah.
So it was great all around.
What did DeVonta tell you about the Eagles, and if they were to possibly move up and get you, what it would be like for you?
Oh, DeVonta was like, man, you know, if you want to get the best quarterback in the draft class, you need to get Terrion. And then on top of that, like DeVonta was like, man, like I'll become a better player because I didn't really get those matchups against him at Alabama. So getting those matchups going up against him in the NFL, man, it'd be amazing. And I'm one of those guys, like I'm ready to compete, man. Him, A.J. Brown, like it would just be great.
Well, the Eagles are rumored to want to move up and get a cornerback and maybe get one of the Alabama quarterbacks. How cool would that be if they moved up and got you?
It would be amazing. And it would just kind of factor in to my mentality going in. I would say this team moved up to get me, so not only am I infatuated or I am ready to get to work, but at the same time, it's that much more of a chip on my shoulder.
What kind of battles have you had with DeVonta?
None.
None?
You got to think like
not even out, go out on the field?
Nah. Like when he came back to work out one time, I said, "Hey, DeVonta, like let's get these one-on-one." He was like, "Yeah, we could get him in the league."
We heard yesterday that players were talking to Howie Roseman about the draft, not saying they're going to be the end-all, be-all, although Jason Kelsey crushed it with Cam Jurgens. I know they got the Alabama connection, but game recognizes game, like I said, not saying this is exactly why you should draft them over Quinyon Mitchell, who also had a top 30 visit and spoke to John Clark. We'll get to that in a minute. However, this scenario for Quinyon or Terrion is only an option if the Eagles move up 12, 14, 15, 16, something along them lines, and we will have to give up draft capital. Will Howie give up the 50th pick, the 53rd pick? Will he try to finagle something where we give up a second or third next year? I don't know. That's all in Howie's hands. With that being said, let's hear what Quinyon Mitchell had to say.
How was your visit in Philly with the Eagles?
Yeah, it went good. You know, Coach Kendall and the head coach, they best friends, so I was talking a little trash to him. So, yeah, it was really good.
Did you take the hoops test with Nick Sirianni, the competition?
He didn't want to play hoops, so I ain't do it.
The Eagles have been rumored to want to move up and get you.
Yeah.
What do you think it would be like to be an Eagle?
It'd be great playing for that city and playing for that fan base, so I really enjoy it.
Have the Eagles showed interest in you?
Yeah, they brought me on the visit, and then the visit went great, just meeting everybody there, so I feel like it went good.
What would you bring as a corner?
What would I bring?
Yeah.
Just intensity, ball skills, turnovers, and interceptions, so that's what I bring.
Some good stuff right there. Once again, if we do trade up, who do you want, Quinyon Mitchell or Terrion Arnold? Remember, the draft starts today at 8 o'clock. I'll be live with Gate City, Philly Fresh, and Lil Brunson at 7 p.m. Mark it down. Don't forget, come through. It's going to be a fun time. Daniel Jeremiah said many times that the Eagles are going to go corner one of the Alabama guys. However, he did his official mock draft for the NFL, all 32 teams, and he has the Eagles moving up to 12, not for a cornerback, offensive tackle out of Oregon, Talisa Fuaga, who is a beast, but that means you give up draft capital, possibly the 50 or 53rd, maybe more, to get an offensive tackle who 100% will be the future, but has to sit behind Lane Johnson. Maybe he can play some guard in 2024 and compete with Tyler Steen. If he wins that starting job, at least you get a guy who plays right away and would be the future. I know he's really, really good, and it makes sense for the long term, but I believe Eagle Nation will be upset, a lot of us, if we end up getting a guy who maybe plays guard, possibly sits behind Lane Johnson, while also giving up capital in the second and maybe other rounds. Let me know your thoughts. Lastly, this could be undraft related unless you believe we're going to get a first round wide receiver. A.J. Brown and contract extensions, according to Howard Eskins.
Exactly. All right, Howard, all the talk about wide receiver, and it's been out there, it's phony baloney, right? There's no way they take a wide receiver in the first round.
Not taken away.
Thank you.
And I have kind of heard different things that, whether it's preliminary discussions, they are thinking about a new contract for A.J. Brown, not trading A.J. Brown. They're thinking about an extension for A.J. Brown. And, again, this is what I've heard from, different teams that they're thinking, and they've already started some conversation with A.J. Brown's agent about an extension. Yeah. You got to beat the system, because when his contract comes up, those wide receivers are probably going to make $30 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. So you want to – that's what Howie does. He gets it ahead. He got a great contract with DeVonta Smith because he got ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. Every year it goes up. And so I don't think there's any way. I mean, almost zero chance that A.J. Brown won't be here, and almost zero chance with the first round pick that they take a wide receiver.
And are there any chances that Patrick Surtain would be a consideration by the Eagles front office?
Well, are there? That's a wide question. Yes, but I don't think. I think there's so little chance. That's not going to happen. From what I hear, that's not going to happen. All right.
He did say preliminary, which means they're just starting. Whether it's true or not, because I have heard conflicting reports. We'll talk about this more. Real quick, these are the 2 live mock drafts we did with y'all picking. Not everybody was there, but the first one we stayed at 22. So we got Kool-Aid McKinstry, Edgerrin Cooper at 50, Javon Bulliard at 53, T'Vondre Sweat at 120, guard Zach Zinter from Michigan at 161, Trevin Wallace, linebacker at 171, running back Isaac G at 172, and A.J. Barner, tight end out of Michigan at 210. The second one we traded up by giving up 2025 second round pick and number 171. Got Terrion Arnold. Then with the 50th pick, we got Edgerrin Cooper. Then we traded 53 for 80, 97, and 115. Drafting Jalen McMillan, slot receiver out of Washington. Ben Sinnott, tight end out of Kansas City. T'Vondre Sweat out of Texas, who is Josh Sweat's brother. We got him on both drafts. Safety Cole Bishop out of Utah. Guard Zach Zinter from Michigan with the 161 pick again. Linebacker Trevin Wallace once again with 171. And running back Jesse McLean, 210 out of Alabama. Again, if you are new to the channel, sorry this video was short. My OGs, y'all know we go longer, but the draft is coming up today. Just wanted to get this stuff out there because, again, we will be live at 7 for the draft at 8, going all the way through. Bring your favorite beverage. It should be fun. Listen, in Howie we trust. Leave all your thoughts. Drop the muscle emoji. Hit the like button. We out.